focus to call for the eradication of Sanatan Dharma is not a political criticism, it's a call for genocide. All this while, it was the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Sanatanis who had been saying this. Now, it is the judicial finding, and in fact, yesterday, the Madurai Bench of the Madras High Court has set the record straight, weighing in on one of the most explosive controversy in the recent years. It has quashed the FIR against BJP leader Amit Malviya, filed for sharing Udhayanidhi Stalin's video. And while doing so, the court has examined line by line and word by word the 2023 speech of the now Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. The verdict is quite clear. The court has held that the call to abolish and eradicate Sanatan Dharma cannot be dressed up as philosophical debate. It is hate speech, plain and simple is what the court has said. Also going on to say that specific Tamil expression used by Stalin Jr. carries implications similar to genocide, religion connotation and also cultural side is what the court has said. The judgment has said that if someone says Sanatan Dharma, a religion followed by a large majority should not be there. It logically implies that followers of the religion should not be there either. Now, in saying this, the court also went on to say, and I quote, synonyms for the word abolish are eradicate, eliminate, destroy, and also wipe out. In other words, it wasn't just an opinion or a criticism that is coming from Udhayanidhi Stalin, but a part of DMK and its ideological parent, DK's 100-year-long tradition of serial attack on Sanatan Dharma. Now, before we go any further, let's listen into how Udhayanidhi Stalin compares Sanatan Dharma to disease like dengue, malaria and COVID-19 in 2023.
இந்த மாநாட்டுடைய தலைப்பே மிகவும் சிறப்பாக அமைந்திருக்கின்றது. சனாதன எதிர்ப்பு மாநாடு என்று போடாமல் சனாதன ஒழிப்பு மாநாடு என்று நீங்கள் இதை போட்டிருக்கிறீர்கள், இதை அழைத்திருக்கிறீர்கள், இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு பெயரிட்டீர்கள். அதற்கு என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். சிலவற்றை நாம் ஒழிக்கத்தான் வேண்டும், எதிர்க்க முடியாது. கொசு, டெங்கு காய்ச்சல், மலேரியா, கொரோனா இதையெல்லாம் நம்ம எதிர்க்கக்கூடாது, ஒழித்து கட்ட வேண்டும். அப்படிதான் இந்த சனாதனம். சனாதனம் என்பதை எதிர்ப்பதை விட ஒழிப்பதே நாம் செய்ய வேண்டிய முதல் காரியமாகும். எனவே இந்த மாநாட்டிற்கு மிக பொருத்தமான தலைப்பு வைத்திருக்கிறீர்கள், அதற்கு என்னுடைய பாராட்டுகள்.
BJP leader Amit Malviya was facing charges of distorting the comments of Udhayanidhi Stalin. While questioning the case, the bench lamented that often those who initiate the most inflammatory speeches go unpunished, while those who react are made to face the law. Now, armed with the verdict of the court, the BJP is now demanding punishment for Udhayanidhi Stalin, who is the current Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. They want him to be removed from this post and face a case of hate speech. In fact, they were putting the entire India bloc on the dock, calling anti-Hindu hate a larger malice that as far as India bloc is concerned. The DMK, however, is finding flaws with the verdict of the court. They are claiming that if there's one party that has worked for the welfare of the Hindus, it is the DMK in Tamil Nadu. Listen in.
The judgment of the Madras High Court, where the case against Mr. Amit Malviya was quashed, is erroneous. If there is a party which has worked for the welfare of the Hindus, that is the DMK party.
Thiru Udhayanidhi Stalin now publicly apologize for his toxic hate speech, which hurt and insulted the faith and sentiments of crores of people.
The Sanatan Dharma debate is already settled. The Deputy Chief Minister himself clarified that we are only against the eradication of inequality aspect within Sanatan Dharma.
When will Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the champion of all these rights and speeches which are hate speech, when will Mr. Rahul Gandhi demand that now Udhayanidhi Stalin should be sacked and a case should be filed against him in Tamil Nadu? और जो इस्लामोफोबिया के नाम पे एक पूरी मंडली खड़ी हो जाती है, तो ये legitimate concern नहीं है हिंदू फोबिक बयान देना.
And this is a landmark verdict because it doesn't just examine one speech, it exposes a pattern of the serial attacks on Sanatan Dharma. So what do the self-appointed Samvidhan saviors have to say about this call for genocide by one of their own? Well, listen in.
This is a bit controversial issue, and of course when the High Court has already given the verdict, what to say about this.
माननीय उच्च न्यायालय का निर्णय है, उस पर हम कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहेंगे क्योंकि अभी निर्णय हम लोगों ने नहीं पढ़ा है।
मुझे पता नहीं उन्होंने क्या कहा, इनने क्या कहा, मेरे को मालूम नहीं है आज कोर्ट ने क्या फैसला दिया है। अब कोर्ट का फैसला है, सबको मानना पड़ता है, मैं भी मानूंगा, आप भी मानो, सब मानेंगे, मेरे को नहीं पता दोनों के बीच में क्या है।
And now we have reaction coming in from a DMK leader who has slammed the court judgment. He has called the verdict wrong, saying that no one should be condemned unheard. He said that there is a judicial bias in the ruling and has rejected the claim that was made against the DMK party that it was called anti-Hindu. He has said, and I quote, DMK enabled 69% of the reservation. He has linked reservation to the constitution and questioned the verdict's interpretation, and most importantly, he has claimed that there has been a judicial bias in the ruling, questioning the court, the Madras High Court, in this matter. For more on this, let me go across to my colleague Dharni. But before we go across to her, let's once again tell you what the DMK leader has said. He has slammed the court judgment. He has called it completely wrong, saying that no one should be condemned unheard. And but most importantly, he has said that there has been a judicial bias, and going on to reject the claim that has been made against the DMK party that it is anti-Hindu, saying that and linking reservation to the constitution, saying that the DMK party in Tamil Nadu enabled 69% of the reservation. He has questioned the verdict's interpretation, and this after, in fact, there were remarks that were made by the court as far as Sanatan Dharma is concerned, and the speech by Udhayanidhi Stalin. For more on this, let me go across to my colleague Dharni, who's been tracking all the details. Dharni, take us through the reaction that is coming from the DMK leaders, because very stinging charges have been made against Udhayanidhi Stalin. BJP on one hand is saying that he should be removed from his post. DMK leader is saying that the verdict is completely wrong.
Well, definitely that is what the DMK has been telling right from yesterday morning. They've been telling that the judge has made some really scathing observations against the DMK, but all these observations are wrong is what the DMK has been telling. And now we're looking at a tweet from DMK's senior leader Saravanan. He says that DMK is the political party which ensured 69% reservation for the Hindus. How can this party be against Hinduism? This can be viewed as against Hinduism only if somebody opposes a reservation, and nobody can oppose a reservation because it is guaranteed by the constitution, is what Mr. Saravanan has to say. So now they're linking it to reservation, and they say that DMK is the only political party that has really worked hard towards 69% reservation for the Hindus. And, if the party is against Hindus, why will DMK do this is the question that is coming in from the DMK at this point. So they've been defending their Deputy Chief Minister since last morning, and they've told that Sanatan Dharma is an ideology that is divisive in nature. It creates inequality among Hindus. It creates discrimination among Hindus, and the DMK as a political party will always oppose this inequality and discrimination aspects of Sanatan Dharma, is what they've been telling. And it looks like even after the Madras High Court scathing remarks on the DMK and the Deputy Chief Minister, the DMK doesn't seem to accept those observations. They are in fact calling these observations wrong, and they are still defending their Deputy Chief Minister on his remarks.
Absolutely. And they're calling this the personal belief of the court, putting a question on the court itself. Thank you so much, Dhani, for getting us all those details. Let's now tell you about what the DMK is saying so far. So that is the DMK leader, Saravanan. He has said, and I quote, that judgment is wrong. It does not adhere to a cardinal principle in jurisprudence. Nobody should be condemned unheard. The personal belief or ideology of the judge should not find a place in the judgment. So this is a very, in fact, a remark that has been made by DMK, that is the personal belief of the judge. The most erroneous part is that DK and DMK had acted against Hinduism in the last 100 years. There's nothing that is far from the truth in this assertion of the judgment. DMK is a party which ensured 69% of the reservation for Hindus. How can this be against Hinduism? This can be viewed as against Hinduism only if you oppose the reservation. So if you cannot oppose reservation as it's guaranteed by the constitution, so linking this to the constitution to reservation, also going on to say that this appears to be a personal belief or ideology of the judge that has found its place in this judgment, not accepting the statement that has been made by Udhayanidhi Stalin, also going on to call this judgment completely wrong. So that is the stand that has been taken by the DMK party after the stinging observation as far as Madras High Court is concerned. With this, a short break.